Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Niklaus and this is episode 6 of our Let's Play campaign. And look at this beautiful world we're just touring here, and let's jump down right in the middle of the thing that is most awful in my base, my initial spaghetti. So we have now the planetary and the interplanetary supplies up and running. And first, well, thank you very much everyone who's been following this Let's Play, and it is so incredibly fortunate that you love watching it, and I absolutely love playing and recording for you. So thank you very much for all of the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, and if you are not subscribed yet, maybe consider it. I'll do what I can to deserve your subscription at least. So what we have now, the logical thing, if you look at our tech level here, we don't have any tech available we can do with red and blue science. We don't have any upgrades available we can do with red and blue science. So everything here just requires yellow science. So the obvious thing would be, all right, yellow science it is. That's this one. We started talking a bit about it last time because we had to sort of rush 200 of those. But that's actually not what I want to do, because if I mean, the logical thing would be move on, continue teching up, but I feel that there are so many things that are left behind that are just not good enough. For example, this electromagnetic turbines and electric motors, they're just awful. I mean, I have this little thing and it doesn't even have any iron coming in because this one has run out. I mean, it is time to replace this, and the reason why I want to replace it is actually manifold. If we look at our handcrafting here, I'm currently using a lot of Mark 1 belts. I wanted to use Mark 2 belts exclusively. That's totally not what I want. Okay, I don't want to handcraft like a million of weird things here. So what I want to do is, you can see, if I want to go from only using 1 to only using 2, then I need to have a steady supply of electromagnetic turbines. If I want to do the same for sorters, I need a steady supply of electric engines. If we want to do the same for assembling machines, then I need a steady supply of processors and graphene. And I actually have processor and graphene already hooked up to our logistics network, but I do not have a steady supply of electromagnetic turbines and electric motors. That's not great. Also, this thing, the one we see here, the electromagnetic ring, which is a thing we need for the ray receivers, which we might be spamming, is also requiring turbines. What about this one? This is the particle container that we need for the interplanetary and the planetary stations. That requires also turbines. So there is no doubt we need turbines. Turbines. And that is what we're going to do. So we are going to start working on building some turbines here. And so electric motors and turbines can be combined, because this is iron, and iron coils. This is iron engines we just create, or electric engines we just created, plus more coils. Perfect. This one, yeah, it takes 2 more things, so I'll build it somewhere else actually. But I'll take these 2 and build it somewhere. And it is at this moment that I realized that I can't remember where I had actually planned out some space for it so that we don't have to do that. And look at this place, because the only thing we need inbound is, ta-da, we need some iron inbound. So let me see if I can hook this up. It's 385,000. Seems like a good place to build it. And that will be our engine build and electric motor build. And when we're done with that, we can now take those items, and with the new planetary builds, I can bring them into my hub and expand my hub. Because I know with the hub and the jumpstart base that I call it, I know a lot of people have been saying like, yeah, but what about, and my answer to that is, I don't need to belt it in and make 17 belts in different heights and spaghetti it. No, I just wait until I have the what are they called? They're called these things. Boom. Because once I have that, I can just request 3 things in, and then I'll be happy. So that's what we're gonna do. This is a small deposit, so let's see how many we can actually squeeze around here. And you know, as usual, I will just I'll just hook these up, and then we'll get on to the design part. So here we are. We have managed to squeeze in 8 on this one, and those are put in on 2 Mark II belts. Is that Mark II belt? That is a Mark 1 belt. Wait a minute. As I was saying, 2 Mark II belts, each taking 24 no, 30, what is it? Yeah, 24 each, that means 12 per second out here. So we now have 2 times 12 per second coming in. That is a lot. So let's start figuring out how we want to design it. We definitely want to do some smelting here. We can actually do it in a different way. We could actually just branch it off, or we can do it very long range. Actually, oh, I have an idea. We are going to do that one. So 1, 2, 3, and then it goes into the middle here. Onwards, and that one will be, and we leave an extra space here for power poles, and we do it on both sides, which means we now can get out on either side, because I think that I actually want that for my construction. Even though I'm now using Mark II belts where I don't need to make use of Mark II belts, then I think this is better because it gives me more belts here available. And that one, and then I'm gonna bring this in. Gonna be exciting to see if this actually fits. And there. So as we grow the base, we want to be making bigger. So that's looking good. I'm now getting 24 per second iron inbound, and let's start designing what we want to do. These are, I've done enough, and I have a ton of these. Okay, so what I first want to do is I want to bring in here. Build. Come on, there we go. That is one of these electric motors. And now, because these brilliant, beautiful things are crafting speed 1, I love it, then things become a lot easier to do calculations with. So this takes 2 iron and 1 gear. All right, what if I put the gear right here? There we go. And I could make this one into a gear factory. And that's not how I do it. There we go. Okay, so every 2 seconds, this needs 1 gear. Every 1 second, this one makes 1 gear. So one of these can feed into this. So this one, I can just treat it as, this takes 3 iron plus one of the other ones. And yeah, so 3 irons plus 3 irons, that's 6. 3 plus 3, that's 6 iron every 2 seconds. So I can build 2 of these on a row such as this. Here. And then one of these. And then another one of these. Is that like ample distance between them? That's weird. Okay, but you can build there, that's fine. And here and here, that should be enough to fill everything. So that takes 6. And then what I need is, first of all, I'm gonna get this one out. And obviously I don't really need to make it a Mark II, but at this point I don't want to switch around and make Mark 1s and Mark 2s. I'm going to get an input belt here from some unknown direction, and I'm gonna get an output belt here. Yep. That means the next one can go up to this one. And at this point, I'm sure that you get the gist of it and don't need to see me build all of these because it's just repetitive. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna hook up here. It's gonna take one of these in here. That's gonna take in there. It's always a good idea to do this so you make sure that you can actually do it. This is 1.0. That seems to indicate that it's actually too far away. It can't build like this, right? This is too close. No, that's apparently good enough. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. So we can make it more compact, which is good because I thought it was getting a bit close to the area that I wanted to use. There we go. And so this is why it's so important to test it. There. And I'll pick up and I'll pick up and I'll output and I'll output. There. Yep, that's going to be the design, and we are going to get on this belt here. This will be our inputs for the coils, which we don't really have any location that does that. Well, actually we do. Actually we do that. Let me just let's just I have a plan. Because if you remember correctly, we have over on here blue science. Blue science is just putting into these boxes, and that's lovely. So what if I just take these out of the boxes and put them back on the belts? Still only a Mark 1 belt. Still. And how about we build this? Now this is a Mark 1, I am aware. Is that inbound? Is it connected? Yes, it is now. That is here. You have to do the last bits sort of close. So these are now coming in, and I am going to take that one, set it to, let's take 2000 supply. And also here, 2000 supply. That's excellent. So now we are building this one. It'll go into the blue signs if you need it, and the rest will just go into the logistics network. Sweet. All right, that was a little side tour. And we need to go back. Was it over here? Yeah, I have blinking things here. That's a sign of us in progress. All right, I'm just gonna make this row, and so we can get a sense of what it's gonna look like, and then I'll build the rest myself. I can build this closest because this is where the curvature is smallest. So if there's room for power pole there, then there's also gonna be room for power pole when it gets wider closer to the equator. Cool. I am going to build this. Let's do a little time lapse of that. So that's all the buildings and all the belts, at least for this part. Now it's inserter time and power pole time. That was one part, and now we do all the smelters. Also should be easy. That's all the inserters and all of that stuff. And you know what? I can just hook these up anyway because it doesn't matter. They're not going to get started anyway because we don't have the inputs. So we are going to get the inputs here. And that will be, let's see. So we are going to do something, something I think might be a bit magical. Could we do that? Yes, we could. So I am going to set, that seems like a great point to be. And I'm going to get from here, that'll go all the way out to all these things. And I have to apparently just curve it out, otherwise it doesn't take the outer one. So what we have is, let's see, this one is consuming 1 coil every 2 seconds. So that's 1 coil per second, 2 coil per second, 2, 4, 6, 8 coils per second. So it is just one of these belts. And I guess the easiest is to do that. And then we probably should have some splitters. Do like the splitters. So let's get a splitter there. Would be nice if you could actually get the splitter to superimpose on things. Probably should have built the splitters first. There. So now that is done. We are getting all this out. This one will be, should we request it immediately? Will I just get confused? I'll probably get confused. So I don't like being confused. So what I want to do now is, I think this is where we're really going to be magical. So I'm going to get these outbounds out here. And the easiest thing would be, and I'm sure there's some who have some tricks to do this, but I have another trick, and this is mine. I'm going to do this part. I have not seen anyone do this, but I am doing it, and it's awesome. It is super awesome. It's actually not that one, is it? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Damn it. Hold on. Yeah, it does work. Kind of. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, that's a lot of splitters. Whatever you're gonna need those for? Well, I'm gonna take this one in and go through here. So that's gonna be, we have the coils out here, and that means this one should be filtered to only take coils, which means when I get the outbound, it'll pass straight through. And this one is just merging in, and then that one. And I'm gonna set this one filter to coils, and this one is just going to be an input, and I bet some people are. I bet someone of you are in chat here going like, no, 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 no. That doesn't work. Which is perfectly fine. Watch and learn. I hope it works. All right, this one also needs to be filtered, right? That one needs to be filtered here, and that's gonna be coils. This one's coils. This one's coils. It is time for us to hook it up. Is this one? I am going to simply take. We are going to request the coils, and we're going to request 2000, and I'm going to set it. Oh, before I set it, I will just get some of my flyers in here. Boop. And I will also make sure that it is powered. It is now powered, and I am going to change this to a demand. And they are going out. I love this part. This is so cool. I love the way that it's done. And we'll see if it works. In the meantime, I can start talking about the next parts, because the next part will be the electromagnetic turbines. These are super easy because they just need some of these. So can I make it? I'll make it a bit further away just so that it gets clear how it is. Can I make all 6 of them? It's now completely aligned. Oh, that's brilliant. I just forgot to change it. And that's going to be electromagnetic turbines. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Paste and paste. So each of these require, every 2 seconds, it requires 2 coils and 2 turbines. Oh, 2 coils and 2 electric motors. So 2 electric motors per 2 seconds. That's 1 per second. So I need 6 of those electric motors inbound. It should be easy. That's going to be coming out of that one. Yeah. And then I'm going to get another, this one is going to go input, because that's, oh wow, I should have moved it by 1 tile. Literally 1 tile. There. And I'm going to take another one. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That one has to be filtered. I'm going to find this filter here on, there it is. There you go, filter. And it's going out. Let's see. So it goes through, and it should now start working. Let's have a look. See, it passes through. It passes through. And I bet someone will say it doesn't work unless when it jams. But it does. Look at that. This one's jammed because I haven't set that this one is also storing engines up to 2000. 2000 is just like a nice number. And I'm also going to make stored turbines here up to 2000. All right, I'm gonna hook this one up because that's gonna be super easy to do. And we now have our build completed, and I absolutely love this one. Look at how beautiful it is. Just like that, taking iron, taking all of this, bringing in the stuff that we don't have at hand, and then we are gonna get a lot of turbines, a lot of electric motors, lots of turbines. Never worry about those again. And yeah, that's brilliant. So what I can do with this is I can go back to my hub if I can find it. My jumpstart base. Let's just zoom up here. And that's going to be the next thing. Smash down. There we go. Do we have some concrete? Not a lot. So let's grab some more concrete. There we go. And I'm just going to make it right over here because there are just a few things that will actually need to be done. So I can now do, this one will be upgraded, this one will be upgraded, and this one will be upgraded. That's it. Those are the only ones that I'll upgrade. And what I need to do is I will just need to, this one's kind of in the way, but it is what it is. There we go. Beautiful as ever. Things made of concrete are just better. So now I just need to get one. This is the belts. So we need to get better belts. That's the turbines, and this is sorters. I would actually like to switch these two. Yeah, I think it would be. I'm just gonna switch things around so I get Tesla towers and then the sorters, and then basically switch these two so that I have the two that uses the same for upgrades at the same place. There. Now they are switched around, and that will be making it much easier. Oh, I don't have any. This one definitely don't need as many of these as we have. There. I don't know how that happened. I did not get all the ones I needed. Oh, they're here. Good. Alright, so let's just smash one of these in between here. And what we're going to do is we are going to, and from now on we only use the good inserters. There we go. And they only need a few things inbound, so I can at this point make another tower. And this is why these towers are also, I'm just going to spam them everywhere because it doesn't really matter. They are highly spammable. And I'm going to just take this one is going to have to actually be no. Is there room here? Yeah, there's room. Okay, so I'm going to get a built-in between there. And you're going to grab from the belt and you're going to put it in here. Yes. And I'm going to get another belt in here. It doesn't have to be. We'll just bring it above. And up to this point, I guess. And then bring it down. Yep. Here. And I'm just going to bring the other belt in below. Is it down below? It is. Cool. That one. That one. Inbound and outbound. Inbound and outbound. So the lower belt here is going to be, oh, hold on, let's actually just request it first. This one will request here. We don't need very many, we just need 1000 and change it to demand. Oh, we need more of these. I'm always putting 20 of these just until I learn more about the game and get a better sense of how much to do of each. Then I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Alright, so I can, the reason why I want to do that first is because now I can actually tap this one and go, this is going to be the lower one. There. And the other one will then go only tap once, and then that'll be up and in. Let's see if that works. Okay, we got one of them in. What about the other one? 25 only en route. Oh right, they committed all of their other ones. There they are. Look at that. Sweet. And we need to sort out how many we sort out. Haha. And this one I'll only get one. This one I'll only get one. This one I only get one. Here, just let's scale things up a bit. There. This might as well just get going. And what I can do is just get all of these bad ones in here. Do I have any of the other? Nope. And there we have our upgrades. And the one thing that I'm not more liking though, of course, how did I think that was the one we needed to upgrade there? Yeah, that's making it a bit more annoying. Okay, see, this is, you will see my complete I don't know how I got that wrong. Oh well. Now you will see my complete disregard for using these. Too close. Just build another one. See? Don't care. They are infinitely scalable until we reach some kind of performance issue, but if we do, then so be it. And that's going to be the two other things that we need to get in here. So yep, I could also bring them in as also supply them. I don't know if I want to do that though. So what are we going to get in? We are going to get some of these and just at 1000. And we're going to get some graphene, also 1000. And then I can switch it to demand once I have a power pole. There. It's good. Demand, good. And that will be from here. That one and the other one. Graphene. I could probably have done this in a cleaner way. Probably. And I might fix that at some point. But the essence is just this. I just wanted to get going and build it. And it really doesn't take much. These are... Oh, okay. It says that this is the manned, but it isn't really. It's just... it isn't there yet. But now it's coming. And that's the storage. That's the transit. And I love the implementation. It's so good. So crisp, one might say. This one is munching on these. Yep. And here comes the other one. The graphene that we also have lots and lots of. And give me something. It looks good. I wonder if these have been built just a bit too far away, right? Yeah. No reason to let them go slower. They should be able to get 3 per second. And they're now keeping up. Good. And we have automated our hub Mark II. It can be improved. I might do that at some point. Okay, so while editing, I look back at this one and I just couldn't stand looking at it, this hub upgrade, and therefore I came back to have another look at it and just to get a sense of what was the problem. And basically we did a small change. I moved this over here. I have used a feature we haven't used before. This one where it says burrow veins. You can put these below ground. You can put them below ground and you can bring them up. I have some things here that are below ground that I can then bring up. I don't like it, so we'll put them below ground again. So they're not lost, they can just go below and up. It's really weird that they have its function, but it's there, and now there's actually a use for it because I wanted to have this built right there. So anyway, I also just noticed that this one is actually electromagnetic turbine is just taking the green engines, the turbines, so why not? So I'm simply going to leapfrog the Mark II sorters. We don't really need it. Of course, it's going to take more power here, but you know, it's actually the same idle power, and then there's twice as much working power, which still is not very much. The point here is that I can now make it all the way across to that one and make some Mark II, Mark III sorters, and here, much nicer belt. I've also moved this a bit closer since it only goes into that one, and that will again be... Funny how it just insists on being at a long distance. Doesn't matter, it's fast enough. So I just want to give that as a bit of an upgrade because this is much nicer. And if you have any other things that you want to get here, if you want to bring glass in or something like that, just put another one of these towers in. Super easy, and it doesn't really cost much. Alright, good stuff. Now onwards to the next challenge. There are a few things that I want to do more. One of them is that we had at some point right here just a small little location that made prisms, and I took it out because it was running out. So, and I wanted the glass, but that means we are not actually shooting things at the sun anymore. We've simply run out of the photon combiners. So since that one wasn't keeping up anyway, we need to make a dedicated location for photon combiners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a space that way we can build photon combiners, and then we're going to jump right into building that, which will help us keep up our solar swarm, because we have lots of graphene, but we don't have lots of solar combiners. And let's look at it so that everyone's clear on what we do here. That's the pinkish purple thing there, the photon combiner. That one here, which is actually going to use the green circuits that we just put into our robot network, drone network. Cool. Let's jump and find a location. So while I found this location and paved it, I hope that you spent the time on hitting a like and also maybe subscribing to the channel if you feel so inclined. There'll be lots more of Dyson Sphere Program. I'm totally in love with this game, so expect more of that on the channel. So let's look at the recipe here. We have our good assemblers now. Only use the good ones. And what we want to do is we want to finally make that one. All right, and that requires prisms. We are going to bring the green circuits in because we do have those. And now in the robot network, so a drone net, let's call it the drone network. And that was requesting some prisms. Okay, prisms require... nope, that's not it. That's in a smelter. So we're gonna do the whole process and figure out how many of what we have. That's not glass. Very filthy glass. There's the glass. Okay, so this is the process. This one, I am going to say This is on a 3-second cycle. Okay, so it's, if we take 3 of those, then that means every 1 second we need 2 prisms. This one produces 2 prisms every 2 seconds. So there we go. 2 of these produce 2 prisms. 1 of these produce 2 prisms every 2 seconds, so 1 per second, and I needed 2 per second for this one. Yes. So what I need inbound to feed these two is 3 glass every 2 seconds. And that means 3 glass every second. So 3 glass every second. This one is outputting 1 glass every 2 seconds. So that will output 1 glass per second. And is that really true? Yeah, it seems right. So these 6 will output 3 per second. 3 per second goes in here and becomes 2 prisms per second. 2 prisms per second goes in here and becomes 1 photon combiner. So that's the ratio. 3, 2, 1. No, 3, 2, 6. 3, 2, 1. 3, 6, sir. Oh. Alright, so we are going to see how many we can get out of this. I don't think we can get a lot of this teeny tiny little location. We can also take the bigger one here. That's 17 vanes. This one has 18. Oh, it's 18. Alright, let me just throw some miners at this and see where we are. Okay, here we go. That is 9, but these 2 are pretty bad. So it's going to be 5 on one side and 4 on the other side. All of these 4, that's really bad. That one's bad, and that one's bad, and that one's bad, that one's bad. So these 4 plus that one. Okay, so these 4 over here plus these 5 will be 2 full lanes. So let me hook that up. So that's done. Now we will expect to have 12 on each line, and that means we can start making long smelting columns and just see how that goes. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. And then an extra space, 2, 3. I could do the same as we did be the other one, where I bring it in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it in the middle. Let's do that. Even though it's gonna cost more belts, then I think it's just I think it's nicer, because then it doesn't take so much space in length, and then I can use the space that I have actually pre-allocated here much better. So you see this one comes in the middle. And then on the either side, I'll have 6. And the construction of this is, it takes 2 seconds, but it consumes 2 as well. And then on either side, we'll have an output belt. And let's add the next. That will be the prisms. And I think I need to be careful here with the prisms. And oh, actually, I think I want the prisms into a hub as well, because you never know, maybe I'll need the prisms for something later on. Right, so I'm going to make 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 4 prisms. That should be enough to consume 12. Let's just confirm. 2 of those will consume 3. Oh, no, consume 6. Yeah. That one. And this is a simple in-out, so we'll just readjust it. That one comes up here. And again, this is another build that is super easy to do, so let's just skip to the end of this build, and then we'll be going on with the next and figure out how that's going to be built. So now that's built. Yeah, at this sometimes I'm going like, yeah, we don't really need robots. But then again, when I build this kind of thing, I'm going like, okay, maybe robots would be nice to, or I mean, not robots, but just copy paste function. I'm sure it'll come, and I don't think, oh, whoa. A lot of people are saying that it's impossible to make it, but I don't think so. All right, I'm just gonna rush back and grab some titanium because we don't actually have enough to build this. BRB. Alright, so do you want to see one hell of a distraction? Yeah, so I went back and grabbed these things. The titanium, I had a box of titanium, plus we also have titanium coming in beautiful quantities here. So titanium is absolutely not a problem. So let's just craft a lot of these. Alright, let's just... Oh my god, I can't craft them. I could craft one, but I simply run out of steel. And I was like, that's alright, that's alright. I have like boxes of, oh no, boxes of steel that I've accrued and put in here, and they have been turned into titanium alloys. Yeah, so with that distraction, there is only one thing to do. And I'm gonna show you this, and I expect some... Ooh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna request this. This is the interplanetary, so that request from our lava planet. Remember we had a ton of steel over there? Well, what if we just request like literally a ton of steel, 10,000 steel? I'm going to remote demand. Look at that. And off they go. How is that? Oh, look at that. I wish I could fly up. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so what happened? I had to go to the other planet to set up my steel and put it from the local one into this demand. And while I did it, I also demanded some of this because why not? Let's take 5,000. I think we also built this. I think I also did this. Now I can't remember. There we go. Yep, look at that. Whee! They're taking off as well, just bringing in concrete to this planet, which actually isn't super necessary. Let's just bring it down to 2,000. I just... Because otherwise I bring it here and yeah. So anyway, that was a one hell of a distraction, but that means we now get steel back on the planet, which is nice because we're kind of running out. Anyway, we were building something over here that's still blinky, so let's continue with that. We do have the ability, luckily, to make a single one, so let's stamp that down and be happy about it. I'm gonna put it down there, and that will be storing some quartz. No, some, what are they? They're not quartz, they're prisms. And then it's going to request some green circuits, and then it's going to store some photon combiners. That's basically the gist of what we want here. And that means we need to merge all of these together. And is this too much, by the way? This is going to be 1 per second. So 1 to 6, that's 16. That's actually going to be too much. So we're going to bring this in at a high rate. There, and I'm combining these two, and I'm simply going to bring them through this. Did it get in? No, it didn't. There. So that brings it in at a very high rate. Let's make sure that we have a power pole attached to that one, and I'm going to take 5,000 because why not? I'm only going to request 2,000 though, but I can request those immediately. Oh, and we need some drones in here. There we go. Nope, there we go. They're flying out, and we should be seeing that coming from somewhere. Who knows where somewhere is. And let's see, what is... Yeah, it's because we're not hooked up the smelting yet, so let's hook that up. Did that cover everyone? Of course not. That should... 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one. So now the last part we need to do is the photon combiner, just to getting a sense of this. And we are now getting 16 per second out. So if I was to consume 16 per second, I would need 3. I would consume 2, 6. Would consume 4, 8. I've a lot. That's a lot of these. And how would I do this? I can build it like this. Again, 1, 2. I really want to build it in lines of 3. Actually, lines of 6, to be honest. So I might have to build it like really, really close. Or that one is annoying. Alright, let me just see how close I can actually make it. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. That's a bit too close in my opinion. What if we build it a bit further over here? Then yeah, but I can't build it any further because then I get over to those tectonic shift plates. No. Yeah. There and... Right, so that will take 2, and that's going to take 4, and that's going to take 8. I overbuilt this by a lot. That's fine. That's fine. And I'm going to need 2 things in and 1 thing out. So getting 2 things in the middle would be easy, I guess. That means we need to get a belt down the middle, like that, and another belt down the middle, and then go on the outside home. And finally, power poles, and then we should be good to go. Psh, how did that one just happen? Oh no, it's gotten too close that for some reason these can't be here, but they could easily be. Wow, that's annoying. Really? Nowhere? Alright. That sucks. But at this point, it is what it is. So, let's see. We have it up and running. Let's see if it works. Are they all working? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yep, all lines are full, and we are now getting the photon combiners, and you can see the photon combiners are immediately being transported all the way up to, or down, I guess, supposed to the South Pole, where we have that, where we have our shooty. I guess they had some left, so they've been maintaining some shooty, but now the shooty is increasing. That's what it's called. Sorry, it's what it's called. So let's see that. Oops, core energy. Yeah, let's get some fuel. And that actually have been a few things that I wanted to upgrade, which will make all of our base building a lot easier from now on. And what we've done is just recapping a bit while we are doing this part. Can't put minus in here. Alright, so recapping. What have we done? We have replaced our iron and... no, sorry, our engine, electric motor and electromagnetic turbine builds with some dedicated builds, and we have upgraded our hub so that it now is a Mark II hub. We are bringing in steel from the second planet, and what we've also been doing is redo all of our photon combiners. We might use it for something later, but the thing is now it's in the network. We can just grab it if we want, and from here on, basically what I need to build a few diamonds. That's super easy to make, and it's only used for yellow science, and then we got to get started on the yellow science, which will be the next thing we want to do. So I don't feel this was sort of an intermediate thing, but I can't suppose that we didn't unlock new tech, but we did do some, well, we unlocked a lot of Mark II belts and stuff, and we did some really nice builds here, as always. That is what we do here. We try to do some nice crispy builds, and now we can move on to better tech while resting comfortably that we can use Mark II belts, sorters, assemblers. We have a continuous supply for our polar shooty, and then now we're safe and sound, and we can go on to yellow science. I hope you've been enjoying this episode. I hope you will to follow in the future episodes as we continue to tech up and unlock new technologies and make some nice builds. Once we have the yellow science, we're going to take a look at more planets. We could actually do that now, but let's try to get some yellow science on this planet, because it needs oil, and that's the only place we have oil. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section below if you have good ideas, bad ideas, or just comments. And of course, if you like what you're seeing here and want to follow along, then consider hitting the subscribe button for more content like this. Thank you for joining. Take care and stay effective.